Gente de Lucha Libre Online, ¿cómo están? Yo soy Jorge Cervera y en esta ocasión tenemos una entrevista más rumbo a el Grand Prix del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. No se les olvide sintonizarlo y si están en la Ciudad de México, comprar su boletito para ir a disfrutar de este gran show, la mejor lucha libre del mundo, la lucha libre del Consejo Mundial. Así que estén muy atentos. Y en esta ocasión tengo a un gran invitado que estará luchando en la pelea estelar del Grand Prix en este torneo donde estará lo mejor alrededor del mundo y lo mejor de los luchadores mexicanos. Se encuentra aquí con nosotros Ikuro Kwon. Aquí está con nosotros. Ikuro, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate the time to make this interview and the opportunity to talk with you about this great show. How's it going?
Oh man, gracias. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here. I really appreciate it. Everyone has been so cool. Just kind of walking me through this, this world and this opportunity. I'm feeling on top. I'm feeling on top of that world. I really am, man.
Thank you for the opportunity to talk with you. And I want to ask you about this because be at the Arena Mexico, it's like a great opportunity. A lot of wrestlers and luchadors on my country, I'm from Mexico, like they work day and night to be there and have that spot to be in the most important venue of Lucha Libre history. So how do you feel to be there? I mean, maybe I talk a lot of wrestlers that have the opportunity to be there, and they say I began on an indie show in front of less than 100 people, and right now you're gonna be at the Arena Mexico. How does it feel? Like
Man,
all the years of hard work, you're gonna put everything that night at the
yeah,
CMLL.
yeah. Well, this no, I'm lucky enough to say this is my second time in Mexico. Through MLW, I was able to wrestle for the Crash in Tijuana. And that was an unbelievable experience. Being able to wrestle in front of, large crowds at the, not compared to Arena Mexico, that's going to be a huge switch. So I want to say that I'm comfortably uncomfortable with it because this is what I've wanted my whole life too. I've wanted to show that I can be on a stage, that my face can not only be on the posters, you could put me on an interview. You can put me in front of a microphone, put me in front of any camera, and I'm going to represent myself, my brand, and whatever company that is gracious enough to have me work for them for. And I'm going to make all of them look good and let them know that I'm here for a reason, not here just in CMLL, but here in a wrestling ring. I'm representing Korea, which is huge. That's where I was born at, but that's not where I grew up at. I was given up for adoption. I was orphaned, and I was given a second chance at life. Man, grew up in New York, and being from New York, you got to walk a certain way, you got to act a certain way. I grew up fighting. I grew up scratching and clawing since day one, hustling, making money the way that any way that I could. Yeah, I mean, I got out of trouble a little bit, but who didn't, right? And falling in love with professional wrestling, Lucha Libre. Fall in love with Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, watching these legends and the respect they have for the craft, but then the respect that people have for the craft. Something that drew me in as a kid to the TV, and I never looked away. And I said, that's what I'm gonna do. And so to come full circle where I get to represent the country that I was born in through the profession that gave me a reason to wake up and live and strive, you can't write that. You can't write that stuff. So to be a representative of not only people who look like me or maybe are from where I'm from, um, but allow me to have that platform to be me. That's really cool, bro. It's really cool. And the respect that I have for Lucha Libre, the respect that I have for the Mexican culture and the people and what they're allowing me to do. I just want to make them proud. I want to make them, when they go home after that show, say, the show was crazy, but that Ikuro Kwon, man, he's my new favorite because I guarantee no one in CML has ever done what I do in there. And I'm not saying I'm gonna do 10,000 flips, and I'm not saying I'm gonna carry six people on my shoulders. I'm saying I'm a walking movie. I
Uh,
put people down and respect to everyone that I'm going to be in the ring with, but I've never seen anyone springboard with broken legs. I've never seen anyone hit a Rana with a broken back. I target. I'm the most accurate pinpoint striker, not just in MLW, but everywhere. I know what I'm doing. If you see the Jason Bourne movies, John Wick movies, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Wow. So it's gonna be a great night at the Grand Prix. And yeah, it's not your first time at Mexico. I already have the opportunity to watch at YouTube your match at the Crash at Tijuana with against one of the biggest legends at this country and the history of Lucha Libre. And talking about history, that ring at the Arena Mexico, like all the classic matches was on that same arena. So talking about the Mexican crowd, like at the Crash, it's so wild, but the Arena Mexico, it's in another level. How do you prepare to, I don't know if you are looking to have a connection with the crowd, like going on a heel mood, going on a babyface mood, because it's like the opportunity to connect with the crowd, but it's so complicated to make it because that day, even if you are a baby face, you're gonna be the heel because all the Mexican people are gonna be with the luchadors that night. So how is
Right?
it gonna work?
Exactly. Exactly. I look at it as if they're not, if no one's hating, you're not doing it right. I'm living my dream. I'm rubbing shoulders with the best in the world. What are you booing? Boo boo all you want. I'm here to win. The boos don't make me money. The cheers, you know what I mean? It's if you're responding, that means I'm doing something right. I'm making you feel something. And then like I keep it real. So I don't change heel face. I'm me. People are gonna really like that and rock with that, and that's cool. Some people aren't, and that's okay too, because you're still sitting in those seats and you're still watching the craft. So whoever you come to cheer or boo, you're coming to see wrestling, something that everyone in that building loves and appreciates.
Yeah.
If I happen to kick the head off your favorite, oops, and if I happen to kick someone that you don't like, you're welcome. But either way, it's happening. My punches, my kicks, they don't care about cheers or boos. So I'm prepared for everything. But to answer your question again about the connection, hell yeah. These are if I can win over the respect, not by pandering, not by kissing ass, but by doing my job right, by showing that I don't wrestle like anyone else. And if I can get one person to believe me in that, to trust that everything that I say I am, and I do walk how I talk, um, that's that's a win in itself. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, and I mean it's gonna be a great night over there. But then I want to talk about the international team. You are at the international team. If the
Yeah.
people have the opportunity to go right now to the Arena Mexico, you can see they can see your face over there, like in all the
Yeah.
posters and everything. I mean, it's like a great moment at the history of Lucha Libre right now. And at your team, we got Mansur, we got Claudio Castagnoli, we got Akira. And I want to talk about this because you had a great match versus him at the Opera Cup at MLW. So, how do you feel to you're gonna be sharing the team with him? You're gonna put the problems beside, or how is it gonna work?
I'm cool, man. I never really had a problem with him in the first place. He just keeps like getting in my business in my way. He got us both eliminated from the battle riot. He he ended up sneaking a victory in for the for the Opera Cup, and he dropped me on my head in our six-man match that we just had. So it's really just a matter of like stop picking fights you can't win. Like like even if your hand raised, you didn't beat me. You know what I mean? I don't look at it like that. I have no other, if he minds his business, I'll mind my business. Um, I don't like Akira. I make that very clear, but I hate losing way more. And I know he's the same. I'll say what I want about him. I'm not going to take it away. He's a warrior. I don't have problems with people who are underneath me. You know what I mean? I only deal with killers. If you look at my resume, anyone that I've ever stood across the ring from is at an elite level. So I give my props to Akira when they're due. I don't like him, but I respect him. And as far as the other, contenders, same exact deal. I respect them. I don't fear them. I can't. And going into that match, um, teamwork will prevail. It's really it is. It's Mexico versus the rest of the world. And we will have to figure out how to combat the camaraderie that they already have. The other, Team Mexico already has connection, and they're defending home. Imagine, right? Imagine beating like Maradona at home. It's not happening. You know what I mean? Right? You're not beating the greatest at home. So we got to really come together and make it work. We got crazy weapons, including myself, but we're in their house, so it's gonna be a war.
Yeah, and right now it's one of the most important nights of the Lucha Libre of the year. Be there at the Grand Prix. You're gonna have to the opportunity to be on the other shows of the CMLL. So you coming to Mexico, there's a lot of wrestlers coming over here to learn, but then they want to teach too. So what are you looking for right now? Like learn a, I mean, it's a great opportunity to learn so much about the lucha libre culture, but
Yeah.
you can teach like the luchadors about your style because it's so different. Like the things you do at MLW, it's so different. Like the things the fans and the luchadors they can see at the CMLL.
Yeah, I think that, you know what? I wasn't even thinking about the chance for me to teach someone else. You know what I mean? Like I never even thought of it like that. I'm walking in with the mentality of being just a sponge. I want to learn the language better. I want to learn about the culture better. I want to learn about Lucha Libre better. I want to learn about the history better. I want to learn about the people. I want to learn how to, how to just advance what I already have. Doing anything else would be stupid. Trying to act like there's nothing for me to learn. Um, you know, I like to lead by example in the sense where I always want to be around hard workers, not just hard workers in the ring, but I like people who have it all, who prioritize having an education, staying out of trouble, raising families. You know what I mean? Like being good husbands, with fathers. Like that's what I'm into. People who know how to make money in other places, knowing how to, like that's what I want. I'm not stopping at Arena Mexico, as high as that is. I want my face to be on Arena Mexico. I want millions of dollars. I want my brand to live. I want my legacy to go on just like everyone should if they step in this. This stuff hurts way too much just to act like you want to be on the team. You want to be the best. So you come here. I'm 5'9", 195 pounds. In no way, shape, or form do I have natural gifts other than mi corazón, right? Other than my vision, my dreams for what I want, and my work ethic. There's a reason why. Again, like I said, I'd be fighting people that are 200 pounds more than me, a foot taller than me, but we look the same size in that ring because how I carry myself and how people respect me in there. No one's ever like tapped me on the head like you're a little boy. There's no one's ever little boy me. I haven't been a little boy since I was a little boy. And I make sure it's not little guy syndrome. That's none of that stuff. It's just I know who I am. I'm the concrete dragon of professional wrestling. And people are gonna recognize, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So can you please tell to all the fans of Lucha Libre that gonna have the opportunity to go to this show or maybe have the opportunity to watch it on TV or a pay-per-view, what they can expect of you as a great part of the international team at the Grand Prix and all your tour at Mexico with the CMLL.
Um, I take pride in the fact that my move set, my attitude cannot be created or recreated in the video games because we've never seen it before. There has never been anyone in the history of wrestling, any promotion, that looks like me, dresses like me, talks like me, walks like me, fights like me, has the mentality that I do, and can talk the way that I talk and mean it. That's why you've never seen it. When I was growing up, who did I have to look up to in wrestling? I grew up in the States. What Asian American wrestler was at the face of WrestleMania? That was the world champion. Name me your 5 top Asian American world champions. Zero. So I got to be my own. I admire people like Rey Mysterio, like all the luchadors because of their size and what they did with it. And they shut everybody up with it. So I take from there. I admire Eddie Guerrero's journey of self-improvement, of being a family man, of again being one of the pillars of why I watch wrestling. You know, I know that given the opportunity, because that's all I ask for. I don't ask for handouts. I don't ask for favors. I say, please just move aside and let me show you. I put that in numerous captions on Instagram, on Twitter, and I say that every single time. It's not about the likes for me. It's not about anything other than proving to my peers and to the companies with real money and real chances to change people's lives that I'm supposed to be here. But if you've never seen something like me before, you don't know what to do with this. MLW is figuring out what to do with this. And next week, CML is gonna know damn sure what they have with the because I'm one in a million.
Wow, that's right. I mean, that's a great answer. So for other people who have the opportunity to be there at Mexico City, I mean, you are the time to get the tickets. If you are at North America, if you are at Japan, if you are at Spain, Italy, you can get a pay-per-view at the YouTube channel of the CMLL. I'm going to say this in Spanish. Toda la gente que esté en la Ciudad de México y tenga la oportunidad de ir a ver a este hombre, a lo mejor no lo conocen. Él es uno de los mejores luchadores que tiene MLW y va a llegar a la Ciudad de México con el Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. Así que compren sus tickets o si tienen la oportunidad en el canal de YouTube del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, pueden comprar la transmisión de ese día pagando una membresía y pueden disfrutar de la mejor lucha libre del mundo. No solo de este evento, pagando esa membresía pueden ver todas las luchas que quieran del Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. So, sir, a pleasure to be talking with you. I mean, it was a great interview. I really enjoyed every answer. You have something more you want to say to all the people, all the Lucha Libre fans around the world?
Um, Muchas gracias. And I am so thankful to be able to perform in front of you guys, but also for me able to just share my story just now, at least a piece of it. I don't get to talk much like this. So it means a lot that you also gave me this platform and asked these types of questions because this is the most meaningful interview I think I've ever done. And I hope to be back. I hope that people walk away with something. I hope even me talking like this and how fired up I am now makes somebody do something positive in their life just today. Do something before they go to sleep tonight. Do something positive. Call your mom up. Call someone you haven't seen in a while. Man, like do a random act of kindness. Do something because we're only on this world for a short time, man. And you better not live in fear. You better do what you want to do, right? Because there's two types of suffering, right? Because we're all going to suffer. That's life, man. No matter how much money you have, no matter where you live, you're going to suffer. You can lay down and take it, or you can walk right through it and persevere because there's no third option of walking around it. You're going to either do it or you're not. So from me to you, go do it because I'm going through it right now.
Yeah, that's so cool. I never cried before an interview. Like, well, yeah, this is so cool. I really appreciate like all the words you say to all the people. Maybe someone need to hear all of this right now. So thank you so much for the time and all the answers you have. And good luck at the Arena Mexico. I mean, the CMLL, it's a great opportunity to every wrestler. And you deserve all of this. And stay tuned at MLW too and all the social medias of this sir to know where he's going to be. Maybe he's going to be at your city soon. So you're going to see one of the best wrestlers right now. So muchas gracias a toda la gente que ve esta entrevista. Yo soy Jorge Cervera. No se les olvide ver el Grand Prix y recuerden que en español nadie lo hace mejor. Bye.